Hello and a very good evening. This is Wednesday, and this Wednesday, the question which is there in everyone's mind, at least in Bengal, is it Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, or Jo Humare Saath, Hum Unke Saath? Now, if you want to understand what is the context and how this has now come into the context, it is because Bengal BJP leader of opposition, Shubhendu Adhikari, during an internal meeting of BJP, has said enough is enough, no need for Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, and in folded hands he has said that Jo Hamare Saath, Hum Unke Saath. In a way, discounting what the Prime Minister of the country, that is Narendra Modi, had given out as a call to win the trust of one and all. Now, this call, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, was almost like a clarion call given by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, not just during election campaign, but also in being the administrator of the country as a Prime Minister, while trying to suggest that his fundamental of governance lies in Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Prayas, which means if you have the Saath of everyone, the growth and the development would be of everyone, and that can only happen with the trust of everyone. And with that trust, if everyone unite in giving the equal effort, will the country prosper. That was what the Prime Minister Narendra Modi had said while trying to reach out to each and every citizen of the country, 1.4 billion citizen of the country. But today, Shubhendu Adhikari, the BJP leader of opposition in the state of West Bengal, during an internal meeting while trying to assess the party's performance in the recently concluded Lok Sabha election 2024, had said that, there had been a time when he had reached out to nationalist Muslims, but not anymore. He had believed in when people said Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, enough, onek hoyeche, not anymore, no more Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, debunk Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, jo hamare saath, hum unke saath. In fact, he went on to say, you should also shut down Minority Morcha, which is the Minority Morcha BJP. Here's what Shubhendu Adhikari had said today from the stage at a venue in Kolkata. So you heard Shubhendu Adhikari. And Shubhendu Adhikari's statement also had a transcript that you put out very carefully, listening to him over and over again, so that there is nothing wrong as far as translation is concerned from Bengali to English. He categorically said, shut down Minority Morcha. He categorically said there is no need for Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, in a way suggesting there is no need to put in an effort to win the trust of everyone. Jo hamare saath, hum unke saath. Now, if you listen to this in isolation, then it would mean like anybody who's voting for BJP, we would be there for them. Anybody who's voting for BJP, we would care for them, and that could be the popular inference. But in this very program, in this 15-minute long speech of his, he kept on saying that Hindu unite, kept on referring to a couple of people belonging to particular community as jihadis, also referred to one particular spot in the city as Islamabad. Now remember, when Firhad Hakim, while giving an interview to a foreign daily, had suggested that Khidirpur, while referring to Khidirpur as mini Pakistan, that very statement had created a lot of uproar as how come Firhad Hakim, who is a minister from Trinamool Congress, referred to a part of India as mini Pakistan, and that was seen as an attempt of insulting or hurting the nationalistic sentiment of every Indian. Today, Shubhendu Adhikari has referred to an area in Kolkata as Islamabad. Now, Titash, do you have that bite ready? Where Shubhendu Adhikari had referred to people belonging to one particular community as jihadis? Okay. So basically, when Shubhendu Adhikari had spoken out at the program, Shubhendu Adhikari had given out this call, And Shubhendu Adhikari had also said that those who are basically torturing BJP workers and all, allegedly, they're all jihadis, referring to them as Trinamool Congress's vote bank. Now, understand, when this program happened today, it wasn't just a program attended by Shubhendu Adhikari. It was BJP's internal meeting. So on this stage, along with Shubhendu Adhikari, you also had BJP State President Shukanto Mojumdar. You had leaders like Tathagato Rai, who had been a former state president of BJP in the state of West Bengal and also former governor of Meghalaya. You had other leaders like Dilip Ghosh. You had Amit Malviya. And you also had Manohar Lal Khattar, who was the special attendee in the meeting and this chief guest as well. So all these leaders had come down. All these leaders had attended this meeting. Workers had come down, and nobody objected to what Shubhendu Adhikari had said. Now, should that be considered as endorsement of the party or what Shubhendu Adhikari had said? Well, again, that is subject to debate because as of now, nobody has issued any statement. But now, on this very on this very broadcast, this live broadcast of NTT, we are joined by Tathagato Roy. Tathagato Roy, as I said, a senior BJP leader, very senior BJP leader. In fact, he was the sixth BJP state president of Bengal. In fact, he was also the former governor of Meghalaya, and he is very vocal about a lot of issues. A vocal critic of Mamata Banerjee government. He keeps on commenting on Bengal, and today he was also there present at BJP's internal meeting, which happened in Kolkata. Mr. Tathagato Roy, namaskar. Thank you so much for your time.
Namaskar.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you, Mr. Roy. Mr. Roy, you were there
Yes.
at that meeting. Shubhendu Adhikari said that no need for Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. Enough. जो हमारे साथ हम उनके साथ. And that clip has now gone viral. And I have gone through your social media post, your X handle. You have also reposted somebody who had posted Shubhendu Adhikari's this very bite, which in a way highlights your agreement. So do you agree to what Shubhendu Adhikari had said, Mr. Roy?
Yes, I do. Let me tell you that I congratulate Shubhendu Adhikari on the plain speaking that he had done this morning, and I am very happy that he said it. Now, the question would arise that if it is the Prime Minister's clarion call to say Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, that Shubhendu is saying something entirely different. The point is, Shubhendu Adhikari is a state level functionary, and Shubhendu Adhikari has got his ears to the ground, and he knows perfectly well what is going on over here, and he has the courage to speak out. He has the courage to speak out. That is the big point. You see, in this state, very recently, within a memory, within say a matter of less than weeks, less than a few weeks, we have had characters like Shah Jahan in Sandesh Khali. We have had characters like JCB, also known as Tajmul Hussain in Chopra. We have had characters like Saddam Sardar in Kultali. We have had Shaukat Mullah in Canning East. Before that, we have had communal riots over here engineered in 2010 by Haji Nurul Islam, a Trinamool Congress MP in Degonga. We have had Imran and Trinamool Congress functionary engineering a riot in a place called Nolia Khali near Canning. Now, all these names, do they tell you a story? Do they tell Shubhendu Adhikari a story? Do they tell the rest of the people of this country, this state, a story? I vote that they do, but because of certain guilt that has been inbuilt in us, we are chary of talking about it. Well, for one thing, that I am not chary, and I'm very happy that Shubhendu Adhikari is not chary, because this has got nothing, no conflict with what the Prime Minister had said. Prime Minister said, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas. Now, don't you think there is the other side has a right, has a duty to reciprocate this? Do we see any signs of reciprocation of this? Is it only the chief prime minister's duty to go on talking about this thing and the other side's duty to say no? सबका साथ नहीं, सिर्फ मेरे साथ. सबका विकास नहीं, सिर्फ मेरे विकास, हमारे
No,
विकास, हमारे.
what do you mean by other side? What do you mean by other side? Are you referring to Muslims?
I am not mincing words. I am not mincing words. Shubhendu Adhikari did not, and I did not. Don't the Muslims have any duty to reciprocate? I think they do, and they have not reciprocated. So, what does it? What reaction should that call for from any responsible politician like Shubhendu Adhikari? And if you consider me a politician of a very small stature like me, I would say that there is need for plain speaking, and it has got to be said that people who are not reciprocating this Prime Minister's call of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, they are doing a disservice to the country and they've got to be called out. This is what I have to say in short.
So when you say that you don't want their support, so you are in a way saying that all the Hindus should unite. Jo hamare saath, hum unka saath. So all the Hindus should unite and support BJP.
Of course I do. Of course I do. But
Sir,
quite apart from
Sir,
that.
I lost your video. Can you please switch on the
I
camera?
know. I lost it. I don't know what's happening. But can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I lost your video.
I know, but what is to be done?
Just switch on the camera, sir. There is a camera angle. Just switch on the camera.
Switch off the camera. Where is the camera? Some technical issue.
Well, you would find right below the screen there are a couple of icons.
Icons.
One
yes.
icon is of a mic. The other icon is of a camera, a video camera kind of a thing.
My God.
Well, we will try and fix that. If not, nothing. Then I would request Titash to get in touch with him, ask him to leave this StreamYard and then come back to us again and then enter the studio again. That would help us see him. Now, so basically the Shubhendu Adhikari at the meeting today has given out what we were discussing, and to put things in context, this is exactly what Shubhendu Adhikari had said today. Shubhendu Adhikari has said today that जो हमारे साथ हम उनके साथ, that enough of सबका साथ सबका विकास. Now we want जो हमारे साथ हम उनके साथ, even if you mean go shut down the minority morcha. The minority morcha is the minority unit of BJP and it is there active in Bengal. It is also headed by Dr. Indranil Khan. He himself is a Muslim and he is heading it, and there are several Muslim members of BJP who are part of it. Now, Shubhendu Adhikari from that internal meeting had given out this call that no more Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. It is now Jo Hamare Saath, Hum Unke Saath. If we can just play the bite and see whether we have the audio this time.
আমিও বলেছি রাষ্ট্রবাদী মুসলিম, আপনারাও বলেছেন সবকা সাথ সবকা বিকাশ। আর বলবো না, বলবো जो हमारे साथ हम उनका साथ, जो हमारे साथ हम उनका साथ, सबका साथ सबका विकास बंद करो, नो नीड संख्यालघु मोर्चा.
Why are you muting me? So basically, I think Mr. Tathagata Roy is back with us. Is he?
Yes.
Sir,
good.
you can see me now? I can see you.
Now, yes, I can see you. Now I'm getting back to the subject. What we were talking about is whether what this Shubhendu Adhikari has said, whether it clashes with what the Prime Minister has said or not, and whether the community that he was principally addressing, that is to say the Muslims, they have any duty to reciprocate the clarion call that the Prime Minister has given. I say that they have a duty to reciprocate, in which they have failed. Largely they have failed. Not everyone, but largely they have failed. And therefore, it is necessary to call them out and say that this will not do. You have to reciprocate. You have to say that, yes,
So,
we are with
so
the
hold on, sir.
mainstream
Hold
of
on,
the
hold on,
country. Yes,
hold on, sir. So, if they do not
yes,
reciprocate, if they do not
yes,
support BJP,
yes.
Shubhendu Adhikari has the right to call them jihadis.
They are a whole lot of them. They are jihadis. Whole lot of them are jihadis. All these people that I mentioned, the Shah Jahan of Sandaskali, the JCB of Chopra, Saddam Sardar of Kultali, what else are they than jihadis? They are the virulent, most virulent kind of jihadis.
So, sir, it doesn't hurt the secular fabric of the country when you, as the who had been the former governor, openly call Muslims jihadis.
I am not calling every Muslim jihadi, but I am calling a large number of Muslims who subscribe to the jihadi mindset. And among them, I have already named quite a number of people, quite a number of leaders of theirs against whom no action has been taken. See, there has been some kind of guilt has been implanted in our Hindu mind, which makes it a sin to call out Muslims. We begin with an axiom that a Muslim can do no wrong. Now, do you think that is right? We begin with a Gandhian axiom that thou shalt never speak ill of the Muslims. Gandhi did it as far back as 100 years back in 1921, when there was this pogrom of Hindus in Malabar, in North Kerala. Gandhi had said 10,000 Hindus had been slaughtered. Gandhi had said that these people, they have done what their religion tells them to do. Now, do you think that is a fair reaction? Now, as a result of that, over the years, over the last 100 years, this feeling of guilt has been implanted in us. We must shake ourselves free of that. A number of them are jihadis, and we've got to call out the jihadis. Shubhendu Adhikari has said there are Rashtravad Muslims. In our party, we have got Kaji Masum Akhtar, we have got Shamsur Rahman of Hooghly, we have got Ali Hussain of Alipurduar. They are Rashtrapati Muslims. But how many Muslims do they represent? What kind of
No, but
support do they have from Muslims? These
no,
are
but
things
sir,
that
but sir,
need
but
to be
sir,
said.
no, but sir, my humbly, very humbly, I want to ask, sir, what gives BJP the right to decide who is nationalist and who is not? And what is this categorization that they are nationalist Muslims? Would you also categorize Hindus as nationalist Hindus and non-nationalist Hindus?
Come on, Tamal, don't make me laugh. BJP can't categorize. Of course they can. BJP can say that so and so, that the Shah Jahan of Sandas Kali, JCB of Chopra, Saddam Sardar of Kultali, they are jihadis. And Kaji Masum Akhtar is a nationalist Muslim. The Shamsur Rahman is a nationalist Muslim. Shamsur Rahman is a nationalist Muslim. Ali Hussain is a nationalist Muslim. Of course they can. Why can't the BJP? It's a political party. It has got to take its message across to the people. What is so
So
difficult
when you
about it? You see, one second. This is once again, your implanted guilt that has been working, that has completely corrupted our value system, that is speaking. And that value system, that corrupted value system, ultimately translates into that axiom that I mentioned, that a Muslim can do no wrong. Of course, a Muslim can do no wrong. A Muslim can do wrong, just as a Hindu can do wrong. But when a Hindu does wrong, everybody brings down the sky with it. But when a Muslim does wrong, oh, come on, let's forget it. Let's go over to some other subject. Doesn't it
No, no,
happen, Tamal?
absolutely not. Absolutely not. First of all, sir, previously in CRPC and now in the new law, which is BNS, there is no such mention that a Muslim has to be identified as jihadi. There is no term called jihadi in the new law. So let me finish. Even if somebody is accused and guilty of a crime, the court will not call that person a jihadi, be it Hindu or a Muslim. Now, when you call a Muslim a jihadi, because of a crime which has been allegedly perpetrated or committed, the point is that now an interference into the law system of the country? Because the law does not recognize the word jihadi. If somebody has done a
Tamal,
wrong, let the court punish,
Tamal,
be it Hindu or a Muslim.
Tamal, you are mixing up law and politics. The two are two different kettles of fish, as which I presume that you very well know it. The law will never mention law in a secular state, will never mention someone is a jihadi. A law in a country like Pakistan or even Bangladesh may mention so and so is a kafir, but we will never call anyone a jihadi. But in politics, we can see we have to go to the people. We have to go and tell them what is happening. We see that some people are infused with the terrible idea of jihad and they are doing wrong to the fabric of the nation, to the very secular fabric that you waxed eloquent a little while back. We can see that they are doing it, and I won't talk about it. It's once again their axiom that they can do no wrong.
No, but sir, at the same time, the argument is and the allegation against BJP is, now I get the point that BJP has been in power since 2014, and 2014, 2019, they had absolute majority. And we have seen, when these arguments came in the way of BJP, BJP did not pay much of credence. But now, when BJP itself is cut to 240, do you think BJP can afford to maintain that stance that in politics and our political approach will be only and only for Hindus? We don't care about Muslims. Jo hamare saath, hum unke saath.
Now, Tomal, are you talking about electoral strategy or are you talking about right and wrong? If you are talking
I am
about
talking about
electoral
electoral
strategy,
strategy.
no,
See, how
electoral
can the
strategy,
electoral strategy not be just as right or wrong?
electoral strategy and right and wrong are two different things altogether. Electoral strategy is something that we can argue over. It's we have not come to the end of that argument, and we have not come to a stage where we can finally say that this is the correct strategy or that is the correct strategy. But right and wrong we can. That is what I'm saying. If you persist under the myth that a Muslim can do no wrong, and a Muslim does wrong, thou shalt not speak about it, thou shalt keep mum about it, then I shall very respectfully differ. And people who do
But that
wrong
is
in
not
the
the
name of
argument,
jihad,
sir.
one
That is
second,
not
one
the
second,
argument.
one
That
second,
is
one
not the
second.
argument.
Now that is
Sorry,
the
carry on.
argument. That is the argument. If people do wrong, Muslims do wrong, even Hindus may do wrong in the name of
No,
jihad.
but that,
If
that,
they
that is
do
not
such
the
a thing,
argument at all, sir. I am not even getting
exactly.
into something. You have referred to a couple of names. The other
Yes.
side, or somebody can also take out names like Sadhvi Pragya, like Asaram Bapu. Now, will you call them Hindu criminals, or you would just call them crimes they have committed as individual? See, we are
As
not getting into
against
crimes. We are
how
we
many,
are no, we are not
one
getting into
second, one
crimes, sir.
second.
The point
Tamal
is
Saha,
the point
how
is
many
the
can you,
point is
how
very
many can
simple.
you name? How many can you name like Pragya, Sadhvi Pragya and Asaram Bapu? How many can you name? I can name
It's not a
off the top of my head, I can name a couple of dozen. How many can you name?
but
You
then
see,
how sir, this is not the
you see,
competition between
one
Hindu
second, you see,
criminals and Muslim
let me
criminals.
let me finish the point. Let me finish the
Okay.
point. I have not said that they are criminals. I have said that they are jihadis. Now, waging jihad is not a crime according to the Indian Penal Code, the latest version of the Indian Penal Code that you have mentioned. But waging jihad is a thing that hurts me as a Hindu. I am a East Bengali Hindu. My family has been driven out of my home and hearth years back. Why? Because of my crime as a Hindu. It happened in Bangladesh. But now in India, I come and find that here also I'm a handicapped person. I can't talk about the wrong that was done to me. So Bangladesh and Pakistan are for Muslims, but India is for everyone. I even grant you that. That is perfectly all right. That is enshrined in our constitution. I cannot go away from that. But why can't I say that somebody is doing something patently wrong? Why can't I say that this is jihad and this jihad hurts me? Jihad hurts all the Hindus.
What
Jihad
is the
hurts the
jihad?
majority
What is the
video because
jihad? Not voting for BJP is a crime and a
no,
jihad.
jihad is waging war on all non-believers, all people who do not believe in the mission of Muhammad. That is jihad,
Sir,
waging
why
war
are we
on them.
getting there? Here the argument is today Shubhendu Adhikari categorically said and you supported that jo hamare saath hum unke saath, that if Muslims are not with us, we are not with them. So there is no point for Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, jo hamare saath, hum unke saath. And this is politics, this is election. So those who have not voted for BJP, we will not care for them and they are jihadis.
Did he say that Jo Hamare Saath or Jo Muslim Hamare Saath? He didn't say that. He said Jo Hamare Saath. Jo Hamare Saath nahi hai, to usko hum kaise manayenge? How shall I convince them? They are
That
not
is your work.
reciprocating.
That is
That
your
is
work as
yes, but
politician to reach out to them.
when I do that, yes, but when I do that, I must do some plain speaking. I must say that they are waging. Many of them are waging jihad. They have got people like Shah Jahan. They have got people like JCB. They have got people like Saddam Sardar. I've got to call them out. Now, your problem is you're in the so-called quote unquote secular lobby. Their problem is that they are not prepared to call them out. Why? Because of secular fabric, something very sacred, something very which can't be touched. Secular fabric. Why? Because they are Muslims. Listen, we have got to snap out of this thing. And Shubhendu Adhikari has done the right thing. He has shown the way of snapping out of this.
So, sir, in that case, next time onwards, when the Prime Minister for any election rally comes to Bengal, the suggestion that you and Shubhendu Adhikari would give to him that there is no point in saying Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, election-wise, politically, because the message that you should have to communicate is Jo Hamare Saath, hum unke saath.
That is Shubhendu Adhikari's message. That is not Prime Minister's message. Because Shubhendu Adhikari was addressing the people of Bengal. He was addressing the BJP workers of Bengal, whereas the Prime Minister addresses the whole country. The Prime Minister addresses the whole world. Are the two the same? Not, certainly they are not the same. The Prime Minister has got a different perspective altogether. What Shubhendu Adhikari did say, has said, and quite rightly is addressed to his constituency, and he did it. He is calling people to snap out of that mindset.
Sir, do you think this would hurt the political fortune of BJP in Bengal?
Now you have come to political electoral strategy. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. But if you talk about the question of right and wrong, I think Shubhendu Adhikari has done the right thing.
Got your point. I buy your message that you are saying that you support what Shubhendu Adhikari has said as a political messaging. But as far as BJP is concerned, 2019 election, 2021 assembly election, 2024 Lok
Yes, go
Sabha
ahead.
election, in all three elections, BJP has maintained a vote share of around 38 to 39%, which means
Yes.
as far as BJP's vote share is concerned, it is there.
Yes.
It has not been able to increase it.
Yes.
And unless you are being able to increase it, you can't defeat
Yes.
Trinamool Congress.
So
Trinamool
are
Congress
you
on the
suggesting?
let
Are
me
you
let, let, let
suggesting?
no let me
No, no, no.
let me finish it.
1 second. Please let me have one word edgewise. Are you suggesting that in order to defeat the Trinamool Congress, BJP should go against its own beliefs, basic beliefs, that all the people are the same. The Muslims must not be mollycoddled. The Muslims must. This axiom is that the Muslim can do no wrong is perfectly in order. You want the BJP to say it? I don't think the BJP will ever say it.
No, but why does BJP have to say that Muslim can't do any wrong? My point is, in one breath, when you say Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, it is like an unifying message. On the other hand, you are trying to divide your voters on lines of religion. Essentially, you're trying to divide them and seek vote from one particular community. And as you said, that you have your fundamentals, and BJP is identified as a Hindu party. Would you agree or not?
No, no, my dear man, they are already divided. Are you denying the fact that they are already divided? Are you denying the fact that 95% of the Muslims voted for one party, that is Trinamool Congress? Why did they do it? because Trinamool Congress has right through mollycoddled them. It has done terrible injustice to Hindus, in particularly in things like this OBC list, and in letting go of all kinds of these thugs and goons like this Shah Jahan and Saddam Sardar and Shaukat Mullah and all these people. That is the reality. What Shubhendu Adhikari has said, he has called them out. He has mentioned the reality which nobody so far had the courage to do. Try to get this thing in. Electoral strategy wise, whether it will prove wise or not is a different thing altogether. But so far as the right and wrong is concerned, the principles of BJP is concerned, Shubhendu Adhikari has done right. That has got nothing to do with what the Prime Minister says or would say if he visited West Bengal. Because
So
he is
what
visiting
according to you,
the rest of
what
the whole
according to you
world.
BJP should do in the state of West Bengal, sir? What according to you BJP should be BJP's approach in the state of West Bengal?
I personally think a whole lot of things will be there. Say, for instance, the way Mamata has completely destroyed the industrial fabric of the thing, of the state, and the mindset of the people. He has made beggars out of people by indulging in things like Lokhir Bhandar and all that. He has done it so. She has done it so long. So the BJP must disabuse the people of the idea that these are good things. These are not. These are not, to their benefit. This is one side of it. So far as the religious issue is concerned, which is a very real issue, there is no running away from it. So far as the religious issue is concerned, the BJP has to tell the Hindus that look here, injustice has been done to you. Injustice has been done to you in Bangladesh, from where more than 1 crore of Hindus have been driven out merely for the crime of being Hindus, and it's still happening. They are my cousins. They have got names like Dash, Mondol, Ghosh, Bose, Chatterjee, Banerjee. They've got names like that, and they are being driven out only for the crime of being Hindus. BJP must say these things out loud, and Shubhendu Adhikari has made a beginning.
No, but road ahead, you are saying that BJP will want to unite all the Hindus in Bengal, and that you have to try and communicate that for your own good, Hindus, you have to support BJP.
Yes, of course. Apart from other things, this is not the only reason why you should support BJP. This is not the only reason. There are many other reasons, but this is one reason. Because injustice has been done to you. Injustice will be made right by BJP.
And sir, if that is the case, now that BJP, as you also admit that BJP is identified as a Hindu party, and you also want to appeal to Hindus to unite. So if BJP is a nationalist party, keeping in mind the interest of Hindus or trying to uphold the interest of Hindus, and had been doing so, why did BJP do this bad in Uttar Pradesh, where you have Yogi Adityanath as the chief minister?
Listen, the realities, ground realities in Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal are entirely different. They are two different poles, like North Pole and South Pole. Uttar
But
Pradesh did not
everywhere
have
you
a
have sought
refugee
votes on the
problem.
terms of
Listen to
religion.
me. Uttar Pradesh did not have a refugee problem. Their people were not driven out of a country because from their home and hearth for the crime of being Hindus, and their Hindus are not being discriminated. To the extent they were discriminated, Yogi Adityanath is trying to set it right. But that said, I will not talk too much about Uttar Pradesh because I don't know. I have so far been a state politician. I don't know much about Uttar Pradesh. But in West Bengal, these are the realities that we have been driven out of East Bengal because of the crime of our being Hindus. In West Bengal, we are being wronged, we are being discriminated against simply because we don't vote together, whereas the Muslims do. And it's as a result of that Mamata Banerjee is romping home every time. Apart from other things, that electoral chicanery that she is doing, apart from all these things, she is romping home. One reason is that
So,
she has got this 30% Muslim vote in her Achol. Now, this is something that has to be called out, and Shubhendu Adhikari has done it. He has made the
but
beginning.
but sir, I know you won't like me saying this, and I have traveled extensively during the elections. in Bengal, in Jharkhand, in Bihar, in Uttar Pradesh, in several parts of the country I've traveled. And you know what I've sensed? The largest sentiment? The younger population, they don't care about religion. They care for religion, they respect religion, but then it's a very personal matter. They care for jobs, they care for employment, they care for opportunities. Now, if you are saying that Hindus, for their own benefit, should support BJP, what is their return? Will Hindus get all
Tamal,
the jobs? If
Tamal,
that,
you
no,
are
no,
not
let me
listening.
finish.
Tamal, you
No,
are
sir,
not
please,
listening
let
to
me
what I
finish.
said.
Let me finish.
I said
Let me
that the
finish.
situation in West Bengal is entirely different from other states.
No, but
They didn't have
no,
a refugee problem.
I am saying it is not about Bengal or any other place. In Bengal too, people want opportunity. Now, if I say that I'm a Hindu and I would vote for BJP and BJP would guarantee me development, if that is the case in Maharashtra, when you have a double engine ka government and a Hindu sarkar, today have you seen for one post 25,000 applicants had gone? Just two
Do
days
you know
back,
once
people had
again?
literally fallen off
Now,
from
now,
no, but I'm
now
saying they
you
are
are
reflective of
no,
the
no. Now
situation.
you are going on a fishing expedition, Tomal. Now, do you know that in West Bengal, in NRS hospital, there were jobs for 9 jobs for dome. Domes are people who handle dead bodies, and for that there were 10,000 applications. Some of them are graduates, many of them are postgraduates. There were even engineering graduates. What are you talking about? Development is one thing and religion is a different thing, and both have got to be addressed. The Hindu Muslim problem has got to be addressed. There is no point in running away from it. And its dimensions in West Bengal are entirely different from what it is in Gujarat or Maharashtra or UP or Tamil Nadu or Andhra. You
Okay,
simply cannot equate these places.
okay. Now, towards the end, sir, towards the end, you said
Yes,
in
yes.
Bengal this should be BJP's approach. Now, you also use the word secular, and you said that it's enshrined in our constitution. Do you think India can become a Hindu Rashtra, and for that, constitution should also be amended?
That is a very far cry. Not that is not something that we are going to debate right now, because there
No,
is
but do you
something.
personally want that?
Do you personally want that India? Do you personally want that India should have a per capita income which should surpass the US? Of course, you want it, but it is not going to happen. So you've got to tailor your wants to the ground realities. And the ground realities today say that it is not possible to have a Hindu Rashtra, which is not to say that doing a Hindu Rashtra is per se wrong or per se right. This is a different debate altogether. If you call me there, I'll very gladly participate.
Okay, and finally, sir, there had been a lot of murmurs within BJP as what would be BJP's own future now that you're supporting Shubhendu Adhikari, because you have been also the same person who had vocally said that the party should trust the old guards. You can't disagree. You have
Yes,
said that multiple times. Now,
yes,
the
yes.
Shubhendu Adhikari is a turncoat. Shubhendu Adhikari has come from Trinamool Congress. Now that you support what Shubhendu Adhikari has said and all in praises for being so vocal, do you think Shubhendu Adhikari should also become the state president of BJP?
Yes, he's a very good candidate for the president. It doesn't mean the BJP should give due importance to the old guard. It doesn't mean that none of the newcomers should be taken. Not the sort of not the way newcomers had been taken in Kailash Vijayavargiya's place, starting a Yogdan Mela and taking in people like Shobhasachi Datta and this actress Chatterjee. What is her name? Kinam? Shravanti Chatterjee and such garbage like political garbage like that. But Shubhendu Adhikari is a good acquisition. Sajal Ghosh is a good acquisition. They should be given due importance. I personally think it is not my decision who will become the state president. But Shubhendu Adhikari is a good candidate, as good as anyone else.
Okay. And final question, sir. When you say that BJP's
I thought
approach in
you'd said
Bengal has to
final a
be
number of times.
twofold, one
Hmm.
one will be on the religion aspect, the other one would be on the development aspect. And you said Mamta Banerjee giving Lokhi Bhandar, these things are not all good. You literally call them beggars. You say
Yes.
you think they are beggars.
No, no, I didn't say they're beggars. I said that Mamata Banerjee is infusing the mentality of a beggar in the people of the state. I
So
didn't say that the state.
you don't think dole politics should happen? No support, social security scheme should be there.
Social security scheme should definitely be there, but people should be encouraged to work in return for money, not pluck money out of trees.
Sir, but your party in Madhya Pradesh, in many other places, they are doing Ladli Behna. In fact, in Bengal also, your own party had said that if they come to power, BJP comes to power, they will make Lokir Bhandar amount 3,000.
Once again you are mixing up electoral strategy and right and wrong. They are two different things altogether.
I get one point that you have made it very clear that as far as organization in the state is concerned, motivating the organization is concerned, gravitating voters to BJP is concerned, all that, according to you, should happen politically on the lines of religion, unite Hindus.
Yes, right.
Okay. And in Bengal, you are saying that if Muslims don't come to us, doesn't matter, unite Hindus.
Yes, of course. Muslims won't come to us. They are already with Mamata Banerjee. And Mamata Banerjee is heaping largesse on them. Do you think they'll come to us? Why would they come to us? Would I
Sir,
have
how
come
can
to
they come? No, how many Muslim candidates have you fielded in Bengal?
I don't know. I can't often tell. But
Then Mukhtar Abbas
even if we
Naqvi,
had fielded a
Mukhtar
couple of
Abbas Naqvi
dozen,
was your no
even if
Mukhtar
we had
Abbas
fielded
Naqvi.
a couple of dozen, it would have made no difference. No
No, but it
difference
makes a
whatsoever.
difference. In Parliament, how
No,
many
it
Muslim
doesn't.
faces do you
It
have?
doesn't.
In
It
Parliament, how
doesn't.
many Muslim
It
faces do
would
you
have
have?
been. It would have been depriving good Hindu candidates. Would have been
Again, you're
depriving.
going back to depriving good Hindu candidates. On one
Yes.
hand, you're
Why
saying that
not?
you believe us, and you are saying that you believe us, and it's like we are doing a favor if you do believe us. But how do I believe you if you are not showing it on the big screen?
I am so first I will field a candidate and then you'll believe me. I think you are putting a
But
cart before the horse.
I get the point. I get the point, Tatagata Roy. Yeah, I think we will meet very soon, and over a cup of coffee and tea,
Right,
we will
right.
continue this discussion.
And I'll be delighted to do that.
Okay, but I would still be sticking to that position that BJP has no right to call Muslims not nationalist if they choose not to vote for BJP.
You are wrong and you have put words in my mouth which the criminal lawyers try to do in courts. Putting your words in my mouth. Don't do that.
I, all right, all right. I end it here. I end it here. Well, thank you so much, Tatagata Roy, for your time. Uh,
Thank you.
নমস্কার
Namaskar.
ভালো থাকবেন স্যার ভালো থাকবেন নমস্কার নমস্কার So a quick wind up of what really happened, and of course you heard the discussion of Tathagata Roy, but then Shubhendu Adhikari today has simply not given out this call that bunk sabka saath sabka vikas. For us it should be like jo hamare saath hum unke saath. Okay, hold on. Now after his statement went viral, he also issued a statement as a clarification. Now what is that statement? Let me very quickly run you through that statement. Shubhendu Adhikari said this. Okay, please kindly play that on the screen. Shubhendu Adhikari's clarification is, my statement is being taken out of context. I am clear that those who are nationalists stand for this nation and Bengal, we should be with them. Those who don't stand with us, work against the interest of the nation and Bengal, we need to expose them. Also, like Mamta Banerjee, we shouldn't divide people in majority and minority and see them as Indians. I embody in letter and spirit Prime Minister's call for Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Prayas. This is what Shubhendu Adhikari's clarification is. I don't know how much of that, really can be juxtaposed with what he has said. But then I want this to be juxtaposed with what Shubhendu Adhikari said today while referring to a community as jihadis. Do you have that bite ready, Titash? Okay, let's play this bite. Let's play this white where Shubhendu Adhikari from the very beginning had reached out and said, Hindu ek ho, Hindu ek ho, Hindu ek ho, Hindu ko ek hona parega, and everything else, what she has said. Here's what Shubhendu Adhikari has said apart from the viral statement.
भारत माता की जय श्री राम। हिंदू तुम्ही एक हो, হিন্দু তুমি এক হও। 2001-এ নির্বাচনের পরে তৃণমূল কংগ্রেসের জিহাদিরা, জঙ্গিরা পুলিশকে সাথে নিয়ে বিজেপির বুথ লেভেল সংগঠনকে একদম ভেঙে চুরে তছনছ করে দিয়েছিল। এই যে আমার হাতে কালি দেখছেন না, আমি আজকে বলছি 26-এ আমাকেও ভোট দিতে দেবে না। আমি আপনাকে বলছি তার কারণ আমি হিন্দু। আমার বাড়ির সামনে 50 জন জিহাদি ভোটের দিন বসে থাকবে সকাল থেকে। পুলিশ দর্শকের আসন গ্রহণ করবে। এক্ষুনি যদি আমরা না জাগি, আমরা সায়েন্স সিটিতে বসে আছি তো, 10 কিলোমিটার দূরে ঘটকপুকুর ভাঙড়, 4টে হিন্দু অঞ্চল আছে। আমি এবারে ড্রাই জোনে ঘুরেছিলাম ভোটের সময় দেখতে। বাদুড়িয়া, হাড়োয়া, ভাঙড়, ক্যানিং পশ্চিম, যেখানে 1.5 লাখ 2 লাখ ভোটে যেতে ওরা। আমি দেখতে গেছিলাম লোকসভা ভোটের প্রচারে কি হয় ওখানে। 4টে হিন্দু অঞ্চল আছে ভাঙড়ে, 2টো অঞ্চলের কোন হিন্দুকে শকত মোল্লা ভোট দিতে দেয়নি। অনির্বাণ গাঙ্গুলি 29,000 ভোট পেয়েছে, শান্তি হাতি 45,000 ভোট পেয়েছিল। 70,000 হিন্দু বসবাস করে। আরে ওদিকে ভাঙড়ে পরে যাবেন বাসন্তী এক্সপ্রেস হয়ে, ওটা তো ইসলামাবাদ হয়ে গেছে। 70,000 হিন্দু বসবাস করে। একটু দূরে বেঙ্গল কেমিক্যালের কাছে যান, মানিকতলা উপনির্বাচন, একটা হিন্দু। আর হিন্দি কথা বললে তো ছেড়ে দেন, ঘর থেকে নামতে দেয়নি।
All right, so did you hear that? Shubhendu Adhikari literally called a portion of Kolkata area in Bengal Islamabad. Now, again, I go back to the same argument. It is, if there is a moral compass, the moral compass cannot be moving at the convenience of a political party, and a political party has got no right to judge a community as nationalist or anti-national, and that has been the culture. Anyone who has questioned the policies of the government, and that has been the culture where people have been identified as urban naxal and anti-national. Well, certainly that cannot be the culture, and people have spoken out against it enough and more. So today, when a portion of Bengal near Bashanti, which is roughly about 30-40 kilometers from here, has been identified as Islamabad, I leave it to the people of Bengal as how do they want to react, because the people of Bengal did not appreciate, according to BJP, when Firhad Hakim had compared Khidirpur or Metiabruz area as mini Pakistan, because many Muslims stay there. Now that was seen as an attempt to make Bengal, an area of Bengal, look like Pakistan and identify an area on terms of religion, and that was seen as anti-secular, anti-constitution of India. Today, when Shubhendu Adhikari does the same thing, only difference is he belongs to BJP and he calls himself a nationalist. Only difference is he identifies BJP as a nationalist party and wants people to worship BJP as a nationalist party. So today, when BJP leader of opposition Shubhendu Adhikari identifies Bhangor and Bashanti, again on terms of religion, because Muslims are there, as Islamabad, what difference then you find between Firhad Hakim and Shubhendu Adhikari? Are two speaking the same language? If Firhad Hakim was wrong, can Shubhendu Adhikari be right? If Shubhendu Adhikari is right, then can BJP now go back to Firhad Hakim and apologize for once calling him wrong? What should be the approach, and whether it is the right approach? Hindus unite, Muslims unite. You unite, you unite. If that is the right approach, I leave it to the people of Bengal, to the people of India to decide. For now, we have just tried showing what Shubhendu Adhikari has said, his counter, and an explanation which has come from Tathagata Roy, where the party, according to him, should be adopting Shubhendu Adhikari's approach. Will this now be the standpoint of BJP in times to come? Again, we have to wait and see. But nonetheless, it has almost been the standpoint of BJP, be it in 2021 Assembly election, 2024 Lok Sabha election, or be it 2019 Lok Sabha election. The end result is known to one and all. BJP has been behind Trinamool Congress in 2021 Assembly election and also in 2024 Lok Sabha election. The only difference was 2019 Lok Sabha election, where BJP had surprised everyone and earned and won, I would say, 18 out of 42 Lok Sabha seats. For now that they do the introspection and also do the post-poll analysis, post-mortem of the election, where the BJP finally adopts this, we have to wait and see. And how would Bengal react to this? Again, we have to wait and see. For now, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for connecting with us. We have tried raising the question, being your voice. If you think we are on the right track and we should continue asking the same question, then continue supporting us. Your viewership matters, your support matters. Good night and take care.